When I came back to come get my bedroom set, he had this letter on the door with some marshals locking the whole apartment.
Some marshals?
Yes, some marshals.
Where did the marshals come from? Because the marshals only get involved if there's an eviction, my dear.
Yes, and I never got an eviction at all from Mr. Kelly.
Okay, now you have a very different story. According to you, you had to evict her. Why?
This is the plaintiff, Shanika Shepard. She says the defendant was her landlord, and when she moved out, he locked her out before she could retrieve her bedroom set. The guy had a thing for her because she's young and beautiful, and he's old and in an unhappy marriage. The guy's harassed her, is stalking her, and what he did wasn't right, and today's judgment day. She's suing for $4,575 for her bedroom set and harassment. This is the defendant, Barrington Kelly. He says he had to have the plaintiff evicted by a marshal for non-payment of rent. She left her bedroom set behind because she had no place to bring it. No one ever came for it, and since it was abandoned, he threw it out. He sued her in court for back rent. She still owes him over $5,000, and he owes her nothing but a good riddance. He's accused of harassing a tenant.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated, come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Shanika Shepard?
Yes.
You are suing Barrington Kelly, your landlord of many, many years ago, for $4,575.
Yes, Your Honor.
For money you say that was inappropriately taken out of your account, harassment, and a bedroom set you left behind 13 years ago that you'd like to collect on. Now, tell me what's going on.
Okay, basically, Your Honor, I left out of his place in 2006. Moved down.
How did you leave his place?
I left this place by getting another apartment.
Were you the subject of an eviction?
No, I was not. I never received any eviction letters from Barrington Kelly. He told me verbally that he didn't want me staying in his house no longer. I agreed. At the time, I was working for Novelty Realty Company. I told my broker what was going on. My broker said, don't worry about it. He'll find me another place.
How many months' rent did you owe?
None.
Okay.
Nothing.
And then what happens?
And then I got me a U-Haul truck. I went and got the apartment down the block. I moved out, got my things out, my son's bedroom.
Except for you left your bedroom set.
My son's bedroom set first because the U-Haul truck was not that large.
That's your problem. That sounds to me like a you problem, not like a him problem. Okay. Why'd you leave the bedroom set behind?
I did not leave the bedroom set, Your Honor. When I came back to come get my bedroom set, he had this letter on the door with some marshals locking the whole apartment.
Some marshals?
Yes, some marshals.
Where did the marshals come from? Because the marshals only get involved if there's an eviction, my dear.
Yes, and I never got an eviction at all from Mr. Kelly.
Okay, now you have a very different story. According to you, you had to evict her. Why?
Because she owes me 4 months' rent.
Okay, and the rent was how much?
It was $1,350 per month.
All right, so why did you wait 4 months to evict her?
Well, I give her a chance because she was on welfare.
Okay.
So I give her a chance.
All right.
To pay the bill.
So 4 months go by of chances, and then when do you file the case?
It was.
Do you have the paperwork
Yes.
from the judgment? Did you get a judgment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's right here.
All right. So your complaint talks about money that was taken out of an account of yours when? In 2009?
It actually happened in 2007.
Okay.
I had my income tax check. It went directly to my HSBC account. I went to my account to go get money to go pay my bills. Unfortunately, Barrington Kelly took $1,500 out of my account.
Well, he didn't physically
go
into your bank, stick his money in a jar, and take your money.
No, he didn't do that.
He showed the bank a judgment that a judge gave him saying that you owed the man $5,000.
Yes,
and sometimes there's consequences to owing people money. They get it from you.
You're right, Your Honor. And I have no problem if I owed him the money to give it to him. But
But
unfortunately,
so in 2009, when that happens,
it was 2007. It wasn't 2009.
worse yet. In 2007,
Yes.
when that happens, why didn't you go to the court then and say, I don't know what this is about. I never got notice. I'd like to reopen this. I don't know.
At that time, Your Honor, I was a foreclosure specialist. I didn't really
You
care.
were a what?
A foreclosure specialist.
I don't know what that means.
Well, looking for foreclosure apartments, like houses.
Foreclosure specialist.
Yes. Like
oh, well
foreclosure
then
homes.
you got to know the game if you're a foreclosure specialist.
Right.
So don't tell me you don't know what a marshal and a judgment is. I
Right.
think you do know.
Right,
So
Your
you
Honor.
didn't go to the court then to say, hey, there's been some horrible mistake in communication. There shouldn't be a judgment against you. You didn't do that.
No, I did not at the time.
Exactly.
No, I didn't.
And then, let's see, in 2015, you were able to take $75, sir, Mr. Kelly?
I did not get no money, ma'am.
Oh, you never got any money?
Nothing.
According to her, you were able to get money in 2007 from one of her bank accounts by having frozen the account.
No, ma'am.
Show me the paperwork so I can see that it's him.
I have the paperwork, Your Honor. Barrison
Did
Kelly
you try
again.
to and you were unsuccessful? Or
Barrison
what?
Kelly again.
I give the case to.
money.
So, ma'am, stop talking. Yeah.
I give the case to a judgment recovery to
So they were probably doing it.
collect the money.
Right.
And I never receive a dime, ma'am.
Okay, so let's see, legal document fee, $75. That's your bank charging you $75, so that's taken care of. And where is the $1,500 that was taken out?
HSBC, when I went there, Your Honor, to ask them for back results for what happened in 2006 and 2007, they told me...
I'm sorry, so you've come to court to sue without any evidence?
I have a card from HSBC. They told me that you could be able to call them on the phone.
No. Let me explain to you how court works.
Okay.
I don't chase your evidence for you.
Okay, no
Sometimes
problem.
I'll do that when I feel sorry for somebody. I am not feeling that milk of human kindness right now in your direction. You literally have come with some bank records that show that twice someone is chasing you for money. Doesn't show Mr. Kelly. People of the state of New York. Subpoena with restraining notice. So they sent you this, and what did you do? Use it as a doily for your beer? You got a letter from an attorney saying...
No, I never got a letter from an attorney. No, that's
you
from my bank.
handed it to me.
My
That's
bank.
what
I got it from Chase Bank.
Okay, so this went to Chase and you got it from Chase, right? So you know that this is a letter about a lawsuit, and then you don't go move
No.
to set it aside. And then the bank must have. Have you checked with them to see if they collected anything? Because you say, you don't have proof of it, but you say they collected $1,500, right?
That's from HSBC.
Well, that should go to you. Will you call those judgment people? Because they may have some of your money.
Ma'am, I don't receive a dime,
I know, I believe you.
and
I believe you because you seem awful lost. But Shanika, where do I go to get your chutzpah, your gumption, your nerve, and bottle it so I can sell it to the rest of humanity? That
Okay,
you would
this,
come
Shauna.
in here and sue for a bedroom set you left behind. $2,500 is your lawsuit for a bedroom set that you didn't get around to picking up back in 2005? And according to you, tell me about the bedroom set. You call her and say, get this out of here, and what does she say?
the bedroom set, I call her up. I keep it for 30 days. And after the 30 days, I call her up. She tell me to throw it out. So I couldn't keep it no longer. I threw it out. As a matter of fact, I have
Well, she's been worried about it since 2005.
It's right here. All the evidence, how she leave the apartment, the bedroom set is right here.
Let's see
And
it.
as
Let's
a matter
see
of fact, the bedroom set, she catch it up. It was no good. Everything is there. That's how she leave the apartment.
Cleaning's not your thing, eh? Yeah. Okie dokie. What's a harassment, though? Wait, $425 for harassment. What's that for? What's
I have my proof from the court from him that his got dismissed. If he feel like I owe him that money, I bring him back to civil court.
Okay, let me see that.
So he can stop attacking my account. So I went back to the courthouse myself. I brought him back to court. He never showed up, so the judge threw it out for the $5,000 he said I owe him.
Wait. Let me see what you
He's saying I owe him money.
Hold on.
The launches and all this stuff. Why did he come to court?
Hold on. Oh, this could go on for years. Let's have it go on for years. All right, Mr. Kelly, I'm going to, first of all, in your lawsuit against him, 0, okay? Because he had a valid court judgment, and that's what happens with a valid court judgment. They get to chase your bank accounts.
He did not.
You should stop talking. You need to contact whatever judgment company may or may not have collected $1,500 from her and then not given you a penny. And here's what she did, which is amazing.
This is all the times, Your Honor, that I took him to court to sit there and let him tell a judge on civil court at Sufton Boulevard that I owe him this money. He never showed up.
That you owed him this money?
Yes, he's saying I owe him $5,000.
Right, and you're saying that you
He
did
never
it. So
showed
it got
up.
on calendar 4 different times. And according to you, it's been set aside. And
the judge just
hold on.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. I don't care. What does that have to do with what happened for the 10 years before that, which is what you're complaining about?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, who is the most unfair, landlords or tenants?
I honestly would say the tenants because they don't really respect the landlords that well.
Okay.
I would go with landlords just because the tenants, it's like they're supposed to be helping you out. You're the one living there.
Fair enough. Who's going to be the tiebreaker? Who wants to be the tiebreaker? Okay.
Landlord, for sure.
Why?
Sometimes they don't keep up the building or take care of the property or do what they say they're going to do.
Tenants sometimes too.
That's true.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
She says that this is what I'm looking at, that she went back to court and that she got your judgment set aside back in June of 2016. Is that what you're saying here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so what you may want to do, give him a copy of this, and you may want to go back to court again and get it reinstated and just do this the rest of your lives, or you may just be tired and you may never want to see her again.
I don't know nothing about that, Mira.
He's a liar.
I do not know
He's a
nothing.
liar.
I
What
never
address,
Excuse me.
wait, hold on. Are you at 1 Street?
I'm not living there anymore, man.
Right,
That
so
was years ago.
Right. So what she did was I guess she sent it
So
to
how
her,
did you
the
get the address
last
to come
note.
here?
Let me ask you a question. Do you hear words coming out of my mouth? Why do you keep screaming while I'm talking?
Because you know what, Your Honor, you're not listening to nothing the judge
Get
said
out of
in
my
court.
courtroom. Just get out of my courtroom. That'll make it so much easier for me to talk. If someone filed a motion to set aside a judgment that was 11 years old in front of me, they would never get the time of day. She says a judge gave her the time of day. And I don't know if it's true or not true. But I'm going to give you a copy of this.
Yes, ma'am.
But in any event, I'll make sure that you have a copy of this, and as for her lawsuit against you, you win. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead. You have a question?
Yes, I was saying I don't know nothing about
I
that
know.
paperwork.
I know. It went. I know. Because what she did was she sent it to where you used to live, because that's where she used to know you used to live. She doesn't know that you moved.
But, Mariana,
Yeah.
the apartment that she live in, I gave you a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
She could send it there. That's my house right there.
I'm sure she didn't try very hard for you to go to court. I agree with you.
No, she did not.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
But so if you want to go back and move this aside now, you can, because you have the evidence of it.
Yes,
okay?
ma'am. Thank you.
So take a photocopy of it and give it to him, and then you can return that document to the nasty-mouthed woman that I just made leave my courtroom. Good luck
Thank you
to you.
very much, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Well, the plaintiff was evicted from the courtroom by the judge. She's still standing over here. Ms. Shepard, let me just talk to you for a second. You've heard what went on here today. What's going through your head right now?
What's going through my head? I'm going back to civil court again and show my proof again and show Barrett Kelly that he's not going to keep constantly going to my account, freezing my account.
This thing is going on and on and on.
Yeah, he had nothing else better to do with his time. He can't make it to
Well, you're the
Sufton
same way. You're taking him.
Never. He took me in the beginning. He kept constantly freezing my account, and he had.
But you still owe him money.
I bet you I won't pay him anything. I've got the judge on my side at civil court in Queens.
No, not this judge.
I don't care about that judge. She's nobody to me. God bless her on her journey.
Okay. Goodbye.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Kelly, if you'll step out here. This is an ongoing dispute that's not going to end.
Yes, sir.
At least that's what it seems like.
Yes, sir.
You don't know anything about her attempts to get you into court?
No, sir, I don't know nothing about that. I never received no paperwork.
And she still owes you over $5,000?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, she did.
What are you going to do now?
I'm going to pursue the case until I get my money.
Well, good luck in your court chase, okay? Looks like it's going to go on and on.
Thank you, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Harvey?
If I may, Doug, the Plaintiff in this case is just plain dumb, that she came to court trying to convince the judge of something, and then she mouths off to her and undermines her case. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Teresa Brooks. She says she worked for the defendant when he ran his summer youth basketball camp, laid out money for him renting a van, and the guy won't pay her back. She went above and beyond helping this man out. He blames everything and everyone for not paying her what she's due, and she's here seeking the $10,000 she's owed. This is the defendant, Jelani Gardner. He says he played professional basketball in France and brought a bunch of French basketball players to the States to play with some local kids. The plaintiff's son signed up for the camp, and the money the plaintiff spent on a van wasn't his responsibility. She did it to help out with the kids. This woman's caused him so much stress and anxiety, he's the one who's owed today, not her. He's accused of not reimbursing a mom.
All parties, please use your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff worked at the defendant's summer youth basketball camp and says that she got stiffed when she rented him a van, but the defendant says that she did what she did to help the kids. It's the case of a tisket, a tasket. I'm suing you over the basket.
Thank you, Douglas. Teresa Brooks, you are suing Jelani Gardner for $10,000 that you say he owes you in expenses, as well as stress and aggravation because he won't pay you money you say he owes you. All right. Go ahead. What happened?
In July of 2016, I helped the defendant with his youth basketball. He brought approximately 28 kids from Paris, France.
Oh, okay. Let me hear from you. Tell me about that program. How did that come about?
Well, playing professional basketball in France, we developed some relationships. We wanted to intertwine the United States and the European kids. We brought 29 kids from...
Who's we?
My organization,
okay.
My youth organization.
Are you the owner?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a youth organization where we AAU basketball, kids 8 to 14, play travel basketball all over the United States. We wanted to intertwine the European kids with the American kids. We brought 29 kids from Paris to America.
Kids between the ages of 8 and 14?
Yes.
Oh, so, well, how awesome for them. And okay,
it
go
was
on.
a great
and
experience.
Awesome for the kids here too. Did your program have American kids also?
Yes, we
So
have
they got to,
They created relationships.
Where did the kids live?
They stayed with host families
Were you a host family?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what went wrong here that brings us to court.
The van company needed to be paid their first initial payment.
Because a van needed to be rented.
Right.
Okay.
And so I...
What kind of van was rented?
Oh, it was like
a passenger van?
Yeah,
So
a large
that fit
passenger.
how many people?
Maybe 12.
Okay.
And I drove the passenger van
Okay.
also because for the kids. So I used my debit card, credit card to provide. When Jelani and I were having a conversation at the camp, it was that he didn't have the money for
Who
it
didn't
at the
have
time.
the money?
Jelani.
And according to you, how does it happen that the van ends up being put on her credit card? This isn't her program. How did that happen?
The French group, they paid 20% up front, and they were supposed to make the rest of the payments on arrival.
Okay, you may be a really good basketball player, but you are not a very good businessman. You did not get all of the money up front from them?
It was my first time running the camp. They sent 20% up front, and they were supposed to bring the rest with them.
Yeah, but once the kids are here, what are you going to do? Stick them all under the freeway? I mean, they know that.
They were personal friends, so I trusted them.
How'd that work out?
It didn't work out well.
Right.
I learned a lesson.
Exactly.
So he seems to be saying to the judge, take into account this is a youth camp, it's charitable. Is that any kind of a defense?
No, it's not. Not if she was promised to be reimbursed for the van.
So what's he up to? Why is he doing this?
I think he's just trying to play the heartstrings to the judge and use the camp as a good way to get out of pain.
Should that work?
No.
I think you're right. Going inside the courtroom.
So how much are you out as a result of this debacle?
I lost around $18,000.
Because that's what was owed to you by them?
Yes.
Okay, but also they were supposed to pay for that van.
Yes, we were.
Now these are your friends, your business deal with your program. You were supposed to get paid back?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you?
No.
Okay, which brings us here. You're also suing for gas, parking, And photo books. Were you supposed to be reimbursed for the photo books, or is that something you were doing because you're a sweetheart?
No, I spoke with Jelani prior to making the books, and he agreed, that we would
be
purchase them. And
All right.
yeah.
All right. So, Mr. Gardner, tell me, why am I here? Because it sounds to me like this is a you problem.
Well, it's not. The responsibility is not mine because
Why not?
The French organization agreed to pay her back. She offered to pay for the vans. I didn't offer or solicit her help.
Did she speak with the French organization?
Yes.
Tell me about how it went down according to you.
We were at the camp and we were all sitting there, and the French leader was supposed to pay for the vans. He said that he had overexpended his credit card and he couldn't pay the vans. And I was going to leave that responsibility on him. I wasn't going to cover the vans because that was his responsibility written in the contract. Teresa was there and said, hey, I'm here for a reason. God has me here for a reason. I can help. And I didn't solicit her help, and she made that deal with the leader of the French organization.
Did you speak with the leader of the French organization, and did it go down the way he's saying?
It was Jelani and I in the gym having this conversation.
Was the French leader there?
The discussion with the French leader is that he would be paying Jelani because the whole organization and contract was with the French leader and Jelani. I was just a friend of Jelani.
Did the French leader ever say he would pay you back separately?
Yes.
The French leader said that he would pay the organization, Jelani's JAG, and that they would then reimburse me.
Did the French leader ever tell you he was going to pay you back personally?
Yes, also. I told him even then, I lent this because of my friendship and, with Jelani. I didn't know him from Adam. So, for me to just extend a loan to him, to me is absurd.
It sounds really stupid, right? It sounds like not that best idea you've ever had.
I don't know
Even
him.
though you were trying to be sweet and magnanimous, and you're so kind and you're so generous.
I
now,
was
Mr.
really...
Gardner, I'm slicing and dicing here and trying to figure out who said what to who and all that. But at the end of the day, aren't you the guy who struck the deal, who had the program, who should eat the bad apple here? Why is it that a mom who's trying to help out should be stuck with this?
I appreciate what Teresa did to help us, but the agreement was made between her and the French leader.
Was
yes,
it really?
All three of
I mean,
us.
I understand that person's supposed to pay her back, but was it made on behalf of your little organization? Because the original deal was with your organization.
I was going to leave
You said that it was part of your deal with them that they were supposed to pay.
They were supposed to pay.
Then the problem comes up. And then she offers to go. So maybe the way to look at this from the judge's perspective is she could collect against that guy and she could collect against you because it's all done on behalf of your program and you're standing there. It's not like it's done behind your back. It's all happening right in front of you, part and parcel with your discussions.
I have emails stating the facts that Mark agreed to pay her back. When she agreed to pay those vans, Mark, the leader of the French organization, agreed to pay her back within a week. That's why she agreed to do it. It was never me paying her back.
Let me see the emails you have. I want to see them. I expected it to be back in our bank account before my husband would be aware of the loss. That's what you write to the French guy.
Well,
and you talk about the loan you made.
And then on top of that, Your Honor, the rental company went into my bank account because Mr. Gardner didn't pay them the remaining balance.
What remaining balance?
Of the van rental. There was
why would he
there was
pay?
two portions. So the portion that I initially helped pay for, and then he owed. They went into my bank account. I had to get my bank account changed over to another one because they were trying to fraudulently take money from me.
Why was that fraudulent? Didn't you sign a contract?
No, I never told them. I only gave them the initial, and he even stated.
Wait, stop. Did you sign for the rental?
No, sir. No, ma'am, I'm sorry.
Who signed for the rental?
Apparently, there was nothing. He also said it was
just... Who signed the contract with the rental company? I am asking that question.
No one.
No one? How can that be? I'm asking you now, because I'm staring right at you, so I think you know. Who signed the rental agreement for the van?
I would imagine it was me. She wouldn't have agreed to
You're
pay.
not out of this, Jelani. You're not.
She wouldn't have agreed to pay for that if Mark didn't agree to pay her back
Everything that you are
week.
saying would give her the right to sue Mark as well. That's what it does for me.
That's who she should be suing.
Yeah, except for that we both know that's not going to happen. So the question only remains, is it so divorced from you that somehow you would not be responsible for it? when your contract calls for you to collect this from them, because that's the contract that you drafted with your French counterparts. Does it mean that you're so divorced from this whole thing that it has nothing to do with you, and then it's your name on the rental contract that you have conveniently not brought to court? All right, no. You don't get stress and aggravation. Otherwise, I would be a very rich lady, okay? So I'm finding in your favor in the amount of $3,486.65, which is the money that you're actually out. Verdict for the plaintiff.
So the plaintiff prevails in this case, not to the tune of $10,000, but only the amount she's out, some $3,400. Mr. Gardner, sorry, but you're on the hook for this. So the judge says.
It doesn't seem fair. You know, she came out of her own. She solicited it, or she agreed to make that loan to Mark. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't ask her to make the loan payment for the cars.
Yeah, but the judge points out your name's on the contract. Your name's on the deal with her.
The contract is with Mark Ortidier and the French group, not with Teresa Brooks. So I don't agree with the judgment, but I'm happy that she will recover her money.
Well, she get what, yeah. You know, you did a good thing, though. Are you going to keep it up? Is it over?
I'll try to start it up again, and I'll be better the next time.
Yeah, okay. Well, good luck with it.
All right,
it was a good idea.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry you lost so much money on it. All right, Ms. Brooks, you're going to get the money for the car, okay?
Yes.
You did a good thing. Did it work out well?
The camp was wonderful. The kids loved it. My son loved it. It was just unfortunate that I tried to be kind and kind of got stiffed in it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry for you.
It's okay.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank
okay?
you.
You won your case. Okay, Harvey, what do you think?
So short and sweet, Doug, the defendant's on the hook because the defendant has a contract signed by the defendant's agent, and that means he is stuck. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Yolanda Applebaum. She says she hired the defendant to install purple LED lights in her Honda Pilot, and the hack didn't know what he was doing and used duct tape to secure them in place. The lights kept falling out. She can't show the car in shows anymore and is suing the so-called installer for the $1,130 she's now owed. This is the defendant, Mohammed Megali. He says he doesn't owe the plaintiff a penny because she only paid him $200 on a $1,500 job. Besides, he did a very good job on the lights. She came in second place out of 100 cars at a car show she brought the Honda to. And if anyone's owed money today, it's him. He's accused of being in a purple haze. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,500 for unpaid lights, lost wages, lost time, and aggravation.
All parties, please use your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff hired the defendant to install purple LED lights on her purple Honda, and it got screwed up. Now, the defendant says that it was so good she came in second place at a car show. It's the case of Help Me, Honda.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Yolanda Applebaum, you are suing the defendant's company. You've asked us not to mention the name of the company for $1,130 that you say they owe you for a faulty job they did putting LED lights on. And you are suing her for $2,500 so she can pay you more for the lights you did put on because she's aggravated you. All right, tell me what happened.
So I went.
What are we talking about?
They're LEDs that you put on around the
car.
vehicle. Yes, for a vehicle.
Okay.
It's a show car. I show it at.
What kind of car is it?
Right now, it's a Pilot 2015.
Okay.
It's a new vehicle that I just received. So I have to reinstall all my vehicle lights to show at the shows.
The shows are what kind of shows?
They're antique shows. Any type of cars can be entered.
Okay.
I've won 3 times first place with my last vehicle.
Okay. And what is it you do to your vehicles that makes them show worthy? As, no offense, a Honda Pilot. It's the lights?
It's the lights. It's how clean it is. It's the mint condition. It's just what you do to the vehicle that you can show it.
Okay. Does your bumper sticker say boss bitch?
Yes, it does.
Can I have one? All right, so what happens? You hire the defendant. How do you find the defendant and his company
I had
to do it?
the previous owner of this place. So I talked to him a couple times. I said, are you interested in doing this for me? I don't want to pay a whole lot. could you do this? And he showed me.
What is this? What did you tell him you wanted him to do?
I wanted to put LEDs in the grill, under the steps, in the 2 front seats, and in all 4 tire wells. He said yes. Come back that Saturday, when he installed everything, I said, listen, the car shows Sunday. I need the car detailed as well. You do that. He goes, yes. I go, okay, will you do that? He goes, yes, no problem. The guys will do it. So, and he said it was gonna take all day. So I said, okay, fine. Started washing the car. He said be there at 8 o'clock. He didn't show up until 10:30. He didn't start my car until after 12. All of a sudden, he's starting the lights and he's duct taping it with boxing tape.
Where was the duct tape?
In the tire wells, under the steps.
Do you have a picture of that?
Yes, there are pictures of him. And I have more here.
This isn't one, is it?
Yes. Yeah. You see it's coming off the tire well, and you can see
Wait. I want you to walk up to that picture and show me what to look at.
Ooh, my pen,
Point to the tire.
So
Point to the tire.
This is the tire. This is the tire well. This is the light that's coming off, and this is the duct tape. Right here. This is the wire in the door well from underneath.
How did you
the seats.
expect that to look?
It has to go under. They have to pull this up, and it goes under and drills a hole through here to go under into the tire well.
Okay. How much were you paying for this job?
It was $200.
How much have you paid in the past to have this job done?
My last car, I paid $175, and the vehicle before that, I paid $3.
This is the one you were showing me earlier?
Right, that's the same one I just showed you that it's coming off the tire.
Are those
well.
your nails?
Yes.
Okay.
This is my other vehicle that I had the lights in prior. So these are the ones that he bought. This is the day of the show that I won second place.
You won second place?
Yes, because the judge said that he saw the duct tape.
Well, you won second place.
I could have won first.
If it was such a crappy job, how'd you win second place?
This is underneath my front seat. That's all the duct tape that he put.
How should this look?
It's supposed to be tied with table tied and or glued.
What's table tied?
With the black table zips.
Zip tied?
Yeah, it goes under
So it
here.
shouldn't show at all?
No, and I have the new car that I just did. This is the wiring that he left with the duct tape from under the seat.
Okay, go ahead and go back to your place. So let me hear from you.
These LED lights come standard with only double-side tape, which isn't strong adhesive. So what we had to do was add adhesive under that and then apply clear duct tape, which was applied very nicely, by the way, which wasn't noticeable until she started messing with it.
Let me find that picture again and tell me if that's what you mean by very nicely and not as noticeable. This one, right?
Yeah, it was under the dashboard, ma'am,
Okay, but this
and it
isn't
was
under.
being
This is
able.
showing. Hold on one second. This is showing. It's not under. The tape is.
No, Your Honor, you'd
Okay.
literally have to be on your knees looking up.
No, because this person taking the picture is sitting down in the driver's seat taking a picture.
And-
because those are the pedals.
But
So
Your Honor, also the tape is only temporary. She told us she had
that's a different issue.
Yeah.
Don't say that this is nicely and beautifully done. It's
No,
not.
I mean, like when she left, the car looked amazing. And I told her that the tape could be removed within 24 hours after the adhesive being dried.
So did you
and
remove
it's
the
standard.
tape?
She
I need
had
you to
the-
stop with the bobbleheading. It's annoying. Did you remove the tape?
No, Your Honor. She
Okay.
came back with the police, all right, and she requested her money back, which was the $200. I told her, I'm sorry. If I could receive all of my lights back and take them all off, I'm more than willing to give you your money back. She said no.
You paid him $200 to install the lights. And how much for actual lights?
I paid for most of the lights except two rolls.
No, I'm not talking about, did he provide any lights?
Just 2 rolls.
Okay, is that accurate?
Ma'am, we supplied her with 4 rolls.
4 rolls.
We did a grill.
Do you have the receipts for?
No, honestly, I don't have anything on
Okay. So according to you, you supplied her with 4 rolls. How much
Yes,
do
ma'am.
4 rolls cost?
It was $75 a piece off of Amazon.
How on earth could you have 4 rolls at $75 a piece that you provided, which would be $300 for a $200 job?
Exactly. So at the end of the night,
it makes me think that you are either too stupid to do the job or a liar when you're testifying.
So is installing LED lights on a Honda awesome or lame?
It's lame.
What do you say?
No one wants to see purple lights on a Honda. Maybe with a different car, then yeah, but.
What do you say?
I think LED lights don't make a car cool, so like you can't take an old Honda and like make it cool by putting LED.
Is there a kind of car that LED lights would look awesome on at all?
Like a Porsche, maybe?
You think?
Yeah, pull up in the Porsche with the purple lights.
Yeah, that's great for cops when you drive down the street. Right? Yeah, right. Going inside the courtroom.
I swear to you, she came at night when I asked her to make a full payment of $1,000. She screamed.
Oh, okay, no. Okay, so that's the answer. Your answer is that she was supposed to pay more than $200.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. How much is the job for?
The job in total was supposed to be $1,500, and she came out. I told her, okay, for you, bottom line, I can't do a penny less. Please don't hassle me. It's $1,000 cash. She looked at me and screamed and said, no, here's $200, and she ran out of the shop.
No, wait, but where's your, I'm sorry, stop. Where's your paperwork on the job so I can see what the quote was?
I don't have it on me, ma'am.
I do.
Oh, you don't have it on you?
I don't.
You're getting
honestly.
sued on this topic and you didn't bring the paperwork. Let me see
I
your
have
paperwork.
the receipt that from him, and I have the receipt from the lights that
I'm not.
bought.
Don't give me or talk about anything I didn't just ask about. There is a receipt from your company for $200 for LED installation, tints front window, shade tint, wash, motor wash.
Mm-hmm.
How did this get written?
That's from the same employer that we fired that actually helped
Well, that's
her.
on you. That's not, All right, and now let me try to understand your lawsuit. You don't just want the $200 you paid him back. You want that back. Then you want $250 for new LED lights. Why?
Because I had to rip out all the lights that he did and rebuy new lights.
Why do the lights stop working when you uninstall them?
The entire left side was cut with a razor.
But what? Why can't it just be repaired?
Once they're cut, they stop working.
And it was cut with a razor by whom?
I don't know him.
Yeah, I don't know if you have other enemies. I have no idea what your so the lights aren't working. It's because they were razor cut, and no one knows when they were razor cut, but sometime before you showed up in court. All right, and then $680 to install LED lights.
That was
you don't do $680 jobs. You do $175, $200, and
Unfortunately, I
$300
had
jobs.
no choice.
So how is it that he should also pay for a $680 job?
Because he didn't do it right the first time. I wouldn't have had to do it the second time.
But if you get your money back for what they did, then you are made whole. Court, which is supposed to be about making you whole when someone has hurt you, becomes ching ching, let the cash register ring. And it's a big old bonanza for you. Why would I allow that? You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Well,
yeah.
they were redone
Okay, now let's talk about your counterclaim. $2,500 on your counterclaim. Can't make this stuff up. $1,200 amount owed for 2 employees for $150 a day for 4 days. What's that about?
Well, Your Honor, my employees also get paid, and if they're on her
Right. What were the
car
employees
whole day,
doing for 4 days?
They were reinstalling it how she wanted, washing it how she wanted.
Did she ever
doing
agree
this.
to pay you? Do you have a contract with her where she said, I know what, let me pay you $1,200?
Your Honor, there was
in other words, you
verbal-
understand that when you sue in court, it has to be derived from a legal obligation. She owes you $1,200 because she agreed to do that. Why would you agree to make her happy? She can't be made happy. And now you turn around and say, I know what, I want to get paid for all those days where I tried to make her happy because now she's suing me. All right, then you amount owed for LED lights. Show me the receipt.
I don't have it on me.
Yeah,
If
I
I
didn't
could
think
pull it
you
up
would.
off my phone, I would.
I didn't think you would.
Right
On your
here in
lawsuit
front of
against
me.
her, 0. And on her lawsuit against you, what I'm going to order is the return of the $200.
Well, neither party gets what they wanted in this case. The plaintiff does get money, but only $200. Mr. McGalley, you wanted $2,500. You get nothing on your lawsuit.
Yep.
You weren't prepared, obviously.
No, honestly, I wasn't. I didn't think this would actually reach to this escalated level, and, I guess don't be a good guy. Good guys finish last.
Well, I'll bet you wish she'd never walked into your shop, don't
I
you?
wish I'd never met her and listened to more about her reputation than about, actually
I'm sure
seeing
you do.
what
I'm
happened.
sure you do. Well, sorry about that. That's
Thank
the
you.
way the cookie crumbles here. All right, Ms. Applebaum, you're tough to please. You really are. You know why you didn't get everything you wanted?
I mean, I had the receipt that I redid the lights yesterday, that I
Yeah.
paid in cash.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I had to redo them no matter what, where, but listen, at least I got the original amount back. So.
You said that it's an antique car show, but your car is not an antique car. How do
you could do
that?
regular cars as well.
Oh, you
there.
do?
Yes.
Okay. I
Yes.
was wondering about that. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is it fixed?
It is fixed. I
To
did
your
it yesterday.
satisfaction now?
Yes.
You're happy?
Yes.
Boy, good for you. Okay. Thank you very much. Finally. Okay, Harvey.
Okay, Doug, so here's the deal. The reason that he can't make it right, which is what was going on in court, what they were talking about, is frankly, he is the one who screwed up the job.
Don't text and drive. The People's Court is a Ralph Edwards Stu Billett production.